Behold Ptolemy, he of the two ladies, he of sedge and bee. Behold Ptolemy, son of Ra, Ptolemy the divine.
Greetings.
The Romans had a different concept of learning than the Greeks. They weren't into it for its own intellectual enterprise, for the sensuousness of just pure learning, of pure reason. So the Romans, when they come in, they love the trappings, they like being mummified, they love the idea of immortality, but supporting is another thing.
How long may we hope for the blessing of your presence?
Not long.
Oh, we are desolated. If his glorious honor cares to divulge his purpose here, the servants of the mighty lion would be ecstatic to help you in any way whatsoever.
That is most kind of you. How goes your preparation for war?
War? We have no war prepared.
I'm misinformed then. I was told the sister of the mighty lion disputes his right to the throne.
Do not speak of her. I shit on her. I shit on her.
It is true, our beloved princess has listened to ill counsel and raised some absurd claim. But she has no support. None but traitors and barbarians.
What was that name?
Delagos of Pergamum. He can raise 10 legions.
Delagos of Pergamum can raise 10 legions for her.
A petty bandit. I assure you, you have no problem, no fear at all about Cleopatra.
Where is she?
Ah, well, nobody knows. Somewhere in the south, we believe. Your eyes, they have her.
This dispute between you both must end.
From a time stretching back into murky prehistory, the art and architecture of ancient Egypt stand as proof of an almost supernatural control of the material world, and an eerie understanding of the secrets of nature and the laws of beauty. Nowhere is this more apparent than at the Cairo Museum, where hundreds of thousands of priceless treasures paint a very different picture of our distant, supposedly primitive past. Present at the very beginning, the supremely refined craftsmanship, the impenetrable materials, the harmonic proportions, and the esoteric content embodied within each work speak to millennia of development and evolution. In these enigmatic treasures, we see the telltale signs of the legacy of high knowledge and ability from pre-antiquity which empowered the ancient sages, architects, sculptors, and scribes to realize timeless masterpieces which were simultaneously instruments of powerful magic.
The Cairo Museum is a treasure trove, a kind of a giant warehouse filled with masterpieces. Within it, we find bits and pieces of direct and indirect evidence supporting our hypothesis of the lost civilization. We find, for example, little stone bowls carved from some of the hardest stones known, porphyries and granites and green schists and diorites, that are beautifully designed with narrow necks and hollowed in the center. Now, we could not, with our machine tools, produce these stone bowls, and yet they date from earliest Egypt, first dynasty, pre-dynastic Egypt even. The other finds from these periods show relatively simple pottery, fish hooks, combs, artifacts of that sort. So we are suggesting that it is just possible that these extraordinary bowls, which, as I say, we couldn't do today, are artifacts from that still earlier, highly sophisticated civilization. Left to themselves, if they're not destroyed, they're virtually eternal. They won't weather, they won't erode. There's nothing really to break them up. And so we're suggesting that, quite possibly, these were heirlooms handed down over the generations, what they were intended for. We don't know. All we know is that they're carved from stone. We could barely work today. We wouldn't know how to hollow them out. We don't know what they were used for, but there they are. Beautiful, elegant, mysterious.